Okay, this is review and calculator lesson, Exponents 2C. The objective of the lesson is students will review exponents and learn how to do them on the calculator. For this lesson, you will need a calculator, your math notebook, and a writing utensil. So pause the video if you need to get any of those items. So in your notebook, please start by saying this is Exponents Lesson 2C. So all the notes you take after would be under that heading. Okay, so we're going to talk about two vocab words when it comes to exponents. The first is the base. That's the number that tells what number is being multiplied. And then it's the exponent, which expresses the number of times the base would be multiplied. So when you're writing a power, such as this one, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, it's the same as 10 to the fifth. So 10 being the base, 5 being the exponent, and you're going to multiply that 5 times. So there are 5 factors. So let's look at this example. I have 8 times 8 times 8. I have 8 to the third. And there are 3 factors. Okay. So just a little bit more review. 5, 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. That's the same as 6 to the fourth. 20 times 20 is the same as 20 to the second, or we say squared. So you will hear that a lot, 20 squared. Whenever there's a 2 as an exponent, that's always squared. There's again 11 to the fifth power. Okay, and again, 7 to the fifth power and 15 to the third power. Now you probably want to, if you're not familiar with powers or haven't had a lot of experience with them, in your notebook you probably want to pause the video and write down one of these two examples so you're really clear about the exponents, which is the base and which is the exponent and what that means. So on your calculator, if you look at your calculator on the left-hand side, there are 2 main keys you will use when doing powers and exponents. One is called the caret key or the up arrow key, and one is called the squared key. Okay, so whenever you're going to do anything squared, you're doing the x squared, using that one. For all other exponents, you will be using the up arrow caret key. So we are going to watch a little video that's going to tell us a little bit more about how to use them on the calculator.
To write an exponent on the TI-30X calculator, you have to use 2 different buttons depending on which exponent you're trying to do. For example, if I'm trying to type 7 to the second power, or 7 squared, there's a button down here that has an X and then the little exponent of 2 on it. This button will create an exponent of 2 on any number for the base. So if I want to do 7 squared, I simply just click this button and it adds the exponent of a 2. If I click enter, I should get 49. Very good. Let's say I wanted to do 7 to the third power. There's no button over here that has a little 3 like this one did for the 2. So instead, I have to use the button right above this. This triangular shaped button right here is called the caret button. If I want to do 7 to the third power, I would type 7 caret. This is showing that I'm going up into the exponent area, and then I click 3. This should be 7 to the third power, or 343. Additionally, if I want to do something really big, I could do like 5 to the 9th power. If I were to do that, I simply again click 5 caret, not x squared, caret 9, and I get the answer.
Johnson, you're fired. What?
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so just in review, one thing about exponents, instead of writing it out like that, if you just count how many there are, this is going to be not, oops, let me try a different, sorry. This is going to be 9 to the 9th. I counted 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 64 to the 9th. This is 4 to the 8th. And this is 100 to the 5th. So remember, you're not just multiplying those two together. You're actually timesing 4 8 times. So if we go to the next slide. So you could actually do these three on your calculator. So you would do the x squared button. Okay, and you put in 9x squared. And then you hit the exit button. So again, this would equal 81. This is what you're going to have to do on the practice. You would have 6x squared, enter, and this one would be 36. And then this one, 6 to the 5th, you would have to use that up caret key. So you put 6, up caret key 5, hit enter, and you should get 7776. So make sure you've figured out how to get those answers on the calculator. Pause or ask questions or ask a neighbor if you need to. And then you just need to complete the practice sheet. And then once you get your practice sheet corrected, you will be able to do the mastery check.